course it's abstaining Steam. It's like the anthem. Every time. Anytime Steam. Are we doing this? Oh, connecting Steam account like it wasn't connected before. Oh, look at that Harvest.exe, the DOS box running. Greetings, salutations, and welcome back to the bonfire. My name is Pirate Mummy. We're here at Long Rest Bonfire Day. Back to reportedly the most violent video game of all time. At least that's what it was made at the time. And I can't entirely disagree. There's been a lot of violence games since, but I think this is the outright most just like unapologetically violent game. Now, I was telling Doodles earlier and some other friends of mine that this game tends to be more on the goofy side than on the violent side, but when it's violent, I mean, she's violent. It's more just like bizarre. Like I said, it's kind of like a fever dream, you know? We've already seen the intro, of course. And if you haven't seen the intro, check the last episode. But basically, we go into the launch, and there's a lot of spooky things going on there, so... Now... Oh, I see. There's our game. You could do that? Now, wait a minute. Potsdam was weird. Which one... Wait, so this was all the Potsdam resident stuff? I think it's easier to do this on the computer. I don't have a mouse pad as such, or a desk for that matter, so it's kind of this... Right, Potsdam was weird. So... what... Inara, not cool. Go lay down, please. Right here. She knew there was no space to jump up. She knew, and she chose to still jump up anyway. I love you, Inara. Need you to chill over there, please. No, I'm not using the corner. Alright, so... Nothing there. It's Monday.
If it isn't my...
Okay, so we're done with that. Yeah, I believe last time we tested to see if we could somehow punch Mr. Potsdam, and we punched the top half of his body clean off. Perfect nesting ground for wasps. Xanadu. Nope, not doing it. This Why wasps? Everything's the perfect nesting ground for wasps. We're gonna go in? Sealed shut with wasp nests. Okay. There seems to be wasps every which way. Is that a colorful picture of a wasp? Can I ask you?
It's not often that I get visitors. I am Tetsuo Crumb.
The ignorant of harvest call me the wasp woman, a pejorative, no doubt, born of fear and a poverty of imagination.
I don't understand.
The politics of honey, the Judeo-Christian rites of sacrifice and conventional taboos against unbridled pleasure are all responsible for the prejudice against wasps.
Uh-huh.
The politics of honey are intertwined with the age-old struggle of the
I don't see any particular use.
Why must everything have a use? Is money always the determining? The wasp is a joy to behold. Beautiful and juicy.
Why juicy?
Isn't that enough to compensate for the little drop?
I'm very confused. What? Hang on. Oh, baloney.
Regard the wasp. Wasps produce nothing for others, but only for themselves. The most relentless of insects.
Okay, we've seen that.
Well, as the little darlings, another source of prejudice for the masses, and another reason to love them. Bees are like animals.
Pleasure? What?
When a bee stings, it rips itself apart and dies for its audacity. This appeals to those raised worshipping a god that demands sacrifice and atonement. But the wasp is promiscuous.
Huh.
Yes, a great deal of pleasure. The wasp is a sensual being, not a laborer, hedonistic instead of industrial. Some think them quick to anger.
Oh.
In truth, they are each painful well.
Ew. Ew. Bye. Question. Ew, wasps. Can I, Can I... How do you... Oh, that... Something happened. I mean, something happened. Why? Okay. Am I, like, supposed to do that? I don't know that I'm supposed to do that. Why do you exist? What? Is this an important character? Alright. God. Ugh. I can't even fathom. Okay, well, at this point, we're just kind of testing who we can and can't kill. That's certainly the most violent video game description for me. Johnson. Oh, hey, bud.
Hello, Steve. How's the husband
Oh my
to
God,
be?
the look.
Other than having no memory, I guess I'm all right.
All right. You should be ecstatic, considering what you're getting into, if you haven't gotten into it already.
Ew.
Speaking of which, I heard Stephanie was grounded. Her daddy's worried about getting his meat. So if I were him, I'd be more concerned about Stephanie getting some meat.
Right. And you are...
You always were a kidder, Steve. I'm Mr. Johnson, remember?
No, hopefully I don't
Glad
remember.
you stopped by. Just got finished waxing the Tucker. I could use a little relaxation. But since Edna's not here, I might as well talk to you. Edna Fitzpatrick is one of the snootiest women in town. I declare there isn't a woman in Harvest that turned me away. If I was interested, that is. Just because she owns DNAs, she's got all these highfalutin ideas about independence. And her with a little girl to raise. That child needs a father. And Edna, well, she needs a good, hard penis.
What? You can't say that.
I'll admit DNA's darn does good business.
God.
But money isn't everything to a woman. Can money keep you warm at night?
What?
Can you wrap your thighs around it?
What?
Rake bloody gashes in its back with your painted hollowed fingernails?
Oh.
Edna! Edna!
Ew.
So, how's Stephanie?
That's not a conversation transition. Don't. No.
Speaking
Oh.
of Stephanie, I still haven't gotten an
You don't
invitation
say.
to the wedding yet.
I don't have anything to do with that.
What do you think, God?
That's okay. Personally, I'd prefer a pass to the honeymoon.
Don't use that look.
You could use the back seat of my Tucker for the maiden voyage. It's plenty big. Believe you me. I'd drive you around. And I wouldn't look in the back seat. I guarantee it. Though if you'd like to come up front and take the wheel a while, I wouldn't say nay. Heck of an automobile, isn't she? Damn shame I have to sit out here and watch over her all the time. But if I didn't, those stupid kids might scratch her up playing ball. Don't see why not, but don't touch her. I'm mighty particular about my Tucker. I had the garage remodeled like a fortress, so I could lock her up at night and get some sleep.
I'm sure she's safe enough inside.
A few months back, someone broke into my house, trying to get into the garage. I had to gripe like hell before the sheriff agreed to start the evening patrols and instigate the curfew. Bye now.
Ew.
Sorry, Steve. Too tired.
I'm curious.
What makes you so sure she needs a penis?
No.
You saying Edna's getting it from someone else? Like maybe that damn Sheriff Dwayne? He's over at DNA's diner every day from noon to 1, eating his dadgum pie. And I got a feeling he'd like Edna for dessert. Sure, it's the only diner in town, but I'm sure he's got more on his mind than food.
Okay.
I don't take your...
Bye.
Bye now.
Ew. How about him? Can I give him a good rap on the Jack Johnson? Ew. Ew, penis. How about one of these? Well, this is fun. Right, yeah, okay. Well, you know, we're trying, and that's all anybody can do. Why are we doing this? Why? It's just a garage. Is it an impenetrable fortress? Why do we have to say penetrable? Essential to food stores below. Okay, well, bye. See you, man. It's my house. Eternally frozen at 4:05. There's a big sale this Friday. Dead roaches and bits of goat. Oh, why? Rotting meat? Memorial. Okay, I'm kind of curious about this. So we're talking about Game Memorial. When I was watching the Grumpy's play through this, they were talking about how they're referencing Edward Theodore Gein, also known as the Butcher of Plainfield or the Plainfield Ghoul, was an American murderer and body snatcher. And they just decided they'd name things after this guy. Ew. Wait, did they mean Plainfield, Illinois? Ooh. Police found skulls, human organs, and gruesome pieces of furniture like lampshades made of human faces and chairs resurrected. Skin. Used to create a skin suit to quasi-resurrect his dead mother with whom he'd been obsessed with for years. Jesus Christ, dude. Dude. That's fucked up. Why? Damn, I mean, they sure picked quite the, wait, when was he active? Why Ed Gein? I'm still just so confused. Born 1906, dead at 1984. Mendota, Madison, Wisconsin. Plainfield, is there a Plainfield, Wisconsin? I know there's a Plainfield, Illinois. Ugh.
Can I help you, dear?
Who are you?
This is Phelps General Store, so who would that make me? Maybe you need to go back to Gein Memorial and have Miss Whaley teach you about logic.
Maybe not.
I'm fuzzy on a lot of things these days. My memory's gone.
Pshaw, you always were a kidder, Steve.
I'm serious, I need some help.
Well, they say a sharp blow to the head is a good thing for amnesia, in which case I'd recommend Miss Whaley again. Then again, they say a good scare can jog the memory, in which case I'd advise you to visit the Sergeant at Arms over at the lodge. That man gives me the willies. Speaking of willies, how's your father?
I mean, speaking of Willie,
Don't
says
know.
your father.
Haven't seen him.
Care to buy anything today?
That's... okay.
Just point to whatever you want. I'm a little hard of hearing.
Alright. I was bleeding a robust coffee on these Harvest Blood coffee can labels. Possibly rat poison. Adult magazine for 25 cents. You must pay Mrs. Phelps before you can buy anything. It doesn't have prices on the wrench or tape, but... okay. Oh, not the gain chart. Alright, well. Wait, what's going on? It's the VHS, VHF knob. Okay. What do we got here anyway? Jar of Oralube? Wait, is that aspirin?
A girly magazine? Why, Steve, I'm surprised at you. I'd expect that sort of thing from Deputy Loomis, but never from you. He's always coming in here oogling the girly magazines behind my counter. Darned if I'd sell him one, though. I know his wife, for heaven's sakes.
Well, will you sell me one?
I certainly will, Steve. That kind of interest is healthy for a young fellow. Steers him away from being a fireman.
I know what that means, but I'm not saying that I love it.
That's nice, dear.
That's nice. All right, well, we've talked to them. EU magazine. Sure. Well, she has a wrench and a tape for sale, but damned if I could figure out what it's used for. Old Glory flag. What the hell is Old Glory flag? Looks like Mr. Pastorelli forgot to put the paper out for Jimmy. What is up with you? Trying to read her mail? That's not gonna work.
Yes,
I need some help. Mr.
Postmaster Boyle. What can I do for you today? Sorry, youngster, we're out of applications right now.
Come on, you must have one around here somewhere.
Well, I do have the master, but you can't write on that. And I only make copies once a month, on the button, regular as clockwork. Afraid not, son. You can't get them anywhere but the post office. I'm sorry, you'll just have to come back in a month, same as anyone else. And even then, I can't guarantee you'll get an application. The line is always long, and there are never enough to go around.
It's very important that I get in quickly.
That's what they all say. Postmaster Boyle, I'll just die if I don't get into the lodge. I can't make an exception, young man. It just wouldn't be right.
Okay.
Next time you post, don't forget the zip code.
Well. Bake sale. Bake sale. All I know about the bake sale is that it has to do with drifters and bake sale, but like putting them in a better place? Is that what that was supposed to be about? Ew, postmaster. Goodness. You know, we could just like get this part of it out of the way, right? We could just like see if this works, right? Oh my. What about these guys? Oh damn! Well, that certainly did take care of that. Anyway, enough joshing around there. So I guess, yeah, you can just go ahead and do that. That's, But none of them explode like Mr. Potsdam.
Howdy, Steve.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah. Howdy
Those
back,
looks,
Mr.
Pete Swell, Steve. Don't you pull my old leg now. Change your mind about that aluminum siding?
What are you talking about?
I really think you should talk your father into buying some. He can afford it. And I can't stress enough the value of some really fine aluminum siding. Keeps it warm in the summer, cool in the winter, and it keeps out the sheep. Pastorelli ought to look into some, but I can't get him to understand a word I say.
So, how do you guys always end up here then?
Steve, aluminum siding can't get a fair shake no more. Started when those firemen came to harvest, filling people's heads with newfangled notions like color coordination and interior design. You can paint aluminum, you know, if you want to. But even so, I can't seem to move it anymore. Not even to a rube like Pastorelli. Thank God for the plumbing.
What? What is up with Pastorelli?
Pastorelli's a rube from way
Why are you
back.
calling him a rube?
Ask Clem Parsons how he followed up with the alarm system in here. I'm a plumber. I could fix it for him, but he just won't listen. Well, I seen the end coming for the aluminum siding game, so I took a mail course and learned how to be a plumber. Now, there's a business that never lets up. You'd be surprised what people flush down the toilet.
Okay. So what about the alarm?
Stop funning around now.
Okay.
Nice to see you again, Steve.
Hello there, youngster. You say them aliens I was telling you about? Well, they came back last night. Cut another crop circle in my south field.
How come I never seen none of them saucers, Clem?
Them aliens is wily, Pete. You don't cross the intergalactic void without learning a trick or two. You know what Pastorelli did? Yesterday, he gets an alarm system to protect his pole. Only he don't know how to rig it, so now it's all awry.
Yeah, what's up with that?
Why, that barber's pole of his is his pride and joy. Brought it all the way over from Italy, wrapped all special-like. It ain't nothing but colored glass with some bulbs stuck up in it, but he thinks it's the be-all, end-all. Installed that alarm system just to protect it. Though who in tarnation would want to steal a worthless piece of junk like that? I don't know.
Maybe them aliens, Clem.
Maybe.
Oh, Pete, don't be ignorant. Them aliens don't give a fig for no colored glass. You think if they can build spaceships, they can't make a dadgum barber pole? Crazy hick don't know nothing about science.
Don't call him a hick.
Pastorelli shelled out for an alarm system, all right, but he's too cheap to hire an electrician to hook her up. Dang idiot cross-wired it to the fire sprinkler, so now when the alarm goes off, it sets the sprinkler spraying. Tarnation! Aliens looking for intelligent life ought to stay away from this shop, sure enough. Well, son, the ways of the alien is a specialized area of woodcraft unknown to all but the wiliest sportsmen. What you gotta remember is, your average alien is smarter than your average human, so you gotta be extra careful building your blind if you want to bag one.
You hunt aliens.
Son, after nailing an alien, you can never go back to quail. What, you think you can get one of those at a swap meet? Line your blind with lead to fool their sensing machines. Lay real quiet and wait. Preferably in the woods around the nuclear base. Oh, they love messing around out there.
Why not wait outside your field, Clem? Wait for 'em to come a-carving.
Oh, they do their crop doodles with zap guns, you darn fool. Don't you know
Picture of
nothing?
an alien here?
Besides, ain't no place to put the blind out in the field. Now, you listen to Clem Parsons if you want to tag an unearthly being. They cross the void, wondering what.
I see.
Anytime, Steve.
Bird from his B-17 cockpit. Okay.
I can't talk now, son.
Fine.
Anytime.
But you just did talk. Dangerous cows. So that's supposed to be a real extraterrestrial. Alright. Well. Yes. So are they just, is there a band in town? What's going on here? What the fuck? Oh, okay. Okay. Sure. Why not? What's up with the scythe, my man? I want it. Okay, well, that was fun. Okay, can I, like, get out of this now? Thank you. Alright, let's get out of here. Maybe let's just talk to him instead.
Halt! Who goes there?
They tell me my name is Steve.
All right. This is Section 21. Keep your distance, son. I wouldn't want to have to blow your head off.
That makes two of us.
So you're the amnesiac, huh? Just another draft-dodging ploy the way I see it. But at least you're not an alien. You see their ships every now and then. Sometimes Swell bags one in the woods.
Who are you?
Colonel Buster Monroe, commander of the Harvest Nuclear Missile Installation, keeping America safe from those that would dye our flag red, white, and pink.
These are nuclear missiles?
Goddamn right they are. Every one of them ready to rain death on the Ruskies. All I gotta do is hit the button and blammo! The price of vodka goes through the roof. Along with the vodka.
Not the vodka.
Well, I suppose you have, you know, safeguards against accidents?
Safeguards? Don't be such a weak sister. There are no safeguards. This is the 50s.
Then you have sole control of the, missiles.
That's right. Been in charge here since WW2, when I got my lower torso shot off in the war. Those pantywaists in Washington wanted to stick me behind a desk. To hell with that! They owed me! I left my legs in Dusseldorf. They owed me! Of course, they felt that after the trauma of having to crawl from Germany to England trailing my intestines behind me, I was too emotionally unstable to continue in the military. That's why they gave me this nice cushy job and put me in charge of the nuclear missiles. Why are you asking about the button, son?
I'm just a little nervous about it. I mean, suppose an accident happens.
Don't get your panties in a... I keep it on my person all the time.
That's great.
No commie bastard is getting...
I wish the dialogue didn't lock up like that. You can imagine what he says here is probably quite something.
Now, doesn't that make you feel better? Frankly, all these questions are making me a little... Can you give me in? Right, huh? Your average commie... You talk a good game, mister. But so does your average... Glad to hear it, son. You had me going there for a minute, asking all those questions about this base. Came this close to getting blown away. As it is, maybe you ought to get out of here. I don't follow. I wanted to get back into the thick of the action and out of this desk job, but those firemen are a damn peculiar bunch of ladies. I thought they'd object to my lack of a lower body, but they wouldn't let me join the fire department because they said I couldn't draw naked men. I did this last night. What do you think?
Oh my god. What?
Thank you, son. You're a good soldier.
Alright, well, good luck with that, and, yeah, I guess we'll see you next time. Memorial School, TV station. I guess we might as well go around this way. It is a horrible smell. You commies. We'll just use that as the last thing we did. Great. Can I like... Oh, he's still looking pretty good. Not more. Kill cats. Wait, do you kill him? Well, that was fun. Okay. We know good and well not to fuck with the Colonel there, but, all we did was walk by him. I don't like this.
Steve, how's your father? Is he better?
About the same, I guess.
He's been away from work for weeks, and when I call your house, your mother won't let me talk to him.
I haven't seen him either.
This is a fine kettle of fish, I must say, though I am glad to see you taking an interest in the business in your dad's absence.
Who are you?
Aw, Steve, I didn't want to believe that amnesia hokum.
I really don't figure that much about you.
You may come to realize that this business is not for every and a strong stomach. A lot of times, when I'm finished scrubbing up and digging the bits of I must confess, I don't have much appetite for red. But red meat is one of the principal food groups, and then by golly, you can call yourself a butcher. Of course, amnesia would certainly help that, wouldn't it?
Why?
What exactly is wrong with your dad?
I don't know.
I wouldn't worry about it too much, Steve. You should be thinking about...
Look, I'm not kidding about...
Well, you always were such...
Funny how that's beginning to sound like a stock answer. Like it was coached.
You sure are acting like a kidder, son. With your dad ill, you're gonna need... You may come to realize that this business and a strong stomach.
Yeah, I know.
A lot of times when I must confess, but red meat, then by golly, of course amnesia.
Come to think of it, I don't see any cattle around here. Where do you keep the animals?
Does it matter? The end product is all the customer cares about, Steve. And we only carry the finest meat, only the juiciest cuts. Once you take over the business, you'll realize the importance of maintaining quality while cutting costs. We know what we're doing here, Steve. If we didn't, would the lodge use us to cater their affairs? Your father's very particular about the profit, Steve. No freebies for anyone. But seeing how you're his son, if you'll bring written permission from your father, I'll give you the meat. There are certain tricks of the trade, Steve. Once your dad gets better and you start working and you're cutting up the meat, you'll be privy to them. There's always cheaper, better ways to do things, if you're creative. Don't be such a stranger.
Okay, bye. Ugh. Oh great, it has the harvest symbol there too. Isn't that great? Ew, meat. How does stock sound effect? Steve, hold on, Steve.
Steve, good of you to drop by, big guy. Haven't seen you since graduation. A lot of changes, I hear.
You could say that.
Good, good. That's a nice part of my job. Turning fine young men and women out into the world, and then watching them prosper. Of course, I was able to reach more people at the old Sentinel, God bless her. But then again, I never got to see the results of my work up close before.
Who are you?
You know very well I'm Mr. Harold, the principal of Gain Memorial. Steve, I've heard about this amnesia nonsense. I had hoped you'd be in the lodge by now, fine young fellow like yourself. But now, I think maybe you need a little more quality time.
What do you mean, quality time?
Some, like Miss Whaley, favor stern discipline, corporal punishment, as a means of socialization. Myself, I temper discipline with love. Quality time can be such a warm, sharing experience. After just a few sessions, you'd stop this amnesia nonsense and become a productive member. You turned out pretty good, except for that amnesia nonsense.
It's not nonsense.
Well, you always were a kidder, Steve. Maybe you need a little straightening out. Oh, the things I could do to you. You'd be a much finer young man with just a little quality time. Drop in again soon.
Okay, great. And it doesn't work. Aye. specially engineered to sound good when played underwater. Why would... No. Where are you going?
My goodness, class, this is Stephen. He used to be a student here at Gein Memorial. Say hello, class. They're reticent. The educator's greatest problem today is the apathy of the students.
What's wrong with their heads?
I can tell you in one word, Stephen. Discipline. Thank goodness you weren't a sulky bear. You were always a smiley bear.
Then you remember me?
Not as such. So many pupils, Stephen. They come and they go. But I can always spot those who were nice boys. You can tell from the forehead. The lobes. Right, class? I'm glad you stopped by, Stephen. Would you care to say a few words to the class about civic responsibility?
Not really. I was just passing through.
Oh, but you must, Stephen. A positive role model might be just the thing to inspire these little monsters. Stephen, have you any questions for me? Or shall I continue with class? Ask away, then. We don't practice corporal punishment here. I've never believed in that old adage, spare the rod and spoil the child. A rod is too thin. But a baseball bat? That bridges the generation gap quite nicely. Oh dear, Colonel Monroe is conducting another air raid drill. Everyone into the hallway, quick!
If an A-bomb hits, what good is it gonna do to duck and cover?
Oh my god.
My stars, that was exciting.
Prepared for it.
Can you tell me anything about Harvest?
Harvest was founded by the Order of the Harvest Moon about 100 years ago.
For what purpose?
Why, I'm sure you'd have to ask them. You'll find the members of the Order at the lodge.
This lodge. What do you know about it?
The building itself, like Harvest, was constructed with a specific purpose in mind. That noble intent is known only to those within the Order. You're at about the right age to join them, Stephen, and you will do so if you care about your future. Stop by any time, Stephen.
Okay, well, thanks for that, I guess. It's dear to me used to say. Let's see. Oh. Ugh. Ew. Teachers. Let's leave now. Let me get out of here. Really? Okay. That's interesting. Ooh. Silver Tucker with a yellow cheers. So another Tucker. What the fuck is a Tucker? This is so Tucker 48, Cavalier referred to as the Tucker Torpedo, was an automobile conceived by Preston Tucker while in Michigan, briefly produced in Chicago in 1948. It's also known as Mr. Huh. It's a sedan. It's a real car. Yeah, they have teepees.
Stay tuned, buckaroos. There's more to come on Range Riders Cowboy Roundup. So don't go away. And what's your name, hombre?
Steve.
Steve's a swell name. My dog's name is Steve. Would you like my autograph, Steve? Here you go, then. Violence? What about it? Violence is as American as apple pie and low SAT scores. Where would we be right now if the cowboys hadn't gone out west and butchered innocent people to steal their land?
Good God.
Answer me that, Mr. Know-It-All.
But what about studies that have shown that children become more violent when watching violence?
Buckaroo, I rip the guts out of godless heathen Injuns. Most kids don't see godless heathen Injuns on a regular basis, and if they do, they better either get their eyes checked or do like old Range Rider and shoot the bejesus out of them, lest they want to go untreated for psychotic hallucinations, or wind up with their scalps hanging from a buckskin belt. Oh, shit! Ow! Shit on a stickaroo!
Jesus. I do remember liking that line.
The parents that are griping about violence on TV are the same parents that go outside in the morning to fetch their papers, secure in the knowledge that they won't get an arrow through the noodle because the violence they hate so much done cleared the Injuns out of the neighborhood.
Yeah, civilization has benefited from violence. But should violence be treated as entertainment?
Check my rating, son. Violence is entertainment. I just put it on the air. If some kid watches, that says something about the kid, not me. Now, excuse me, we're going back on the air.
He's got some idle animations, okay. Do I have like a autograph or something? Need permission slip. Anything else I can view? Not mentioned in this release as the recipients receive any. Let's see if a grade 3 product from this meat. Huh. How about the meat? Interesting. What did I do? Oh, you can't just exit it, huh? Hello? That is strange. Hold up.
If you don't get out of here right now, I'm having you... All right, sport.
This is your first arrest, Steve. You just remember, we've got a 3 strikes, you're out rule here in Harvest. But you keep your nose